Hi everyone, and thanks again for tuning into the Griffin Report. My name is Sam Griffin, and on today's episode I'm going to be telling you about a recent crisis which has hit the Gulf of Mexico. To begin, on April 20th, 2010, an oil rig carrying 126 passengers aboard erupted into flames when gathering and refining oil from a pipe which was located below the sea surface. Now, when the ship erupted into flames, it caused a leak to form in the pipe located below the surface, and thusly causing the pipe to leak oil into the Gulf of Mexico. However, in regards to the passengers, of the 126 passengers which were aboard the ship, it is said that they have suffered either serious and or minor injuries from the accident, but 11 passengers are still missing. They have currently found 4 of the original 15 which were missing, but the Coast Guard is still searching for the remaining 5 passengers. It is not said yet that any passengers aboard the ship have suffered a fatality because of this, but it will be determined, pending the status of the remaining 11 passengers which are missing. So, the pipe belonged to British Petroleum, who is currently in a partnership with Shell Petroleum, and are one of the major distributors of oil here in the United States. So they are doing their best to remedy the situation as quickly as possible, but they are currently unsure of how long it will take to subdue the leak, or how much oil is going to leak in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, this comes as a huge problem for any inhabitants around the Gulf of Mexico, because the Gulf of Mexico is used for seafood gathering and distribution to consumers such as yourself. In fact, it's a primary source of brown shrimp, which is the type of shrimp which is consumed most here in the United States. So that is a big problem, because there may be a lack of shrimp which is available to consumers, and may cause the price of shrimp to increase drastically. So that is one problem. The other is it is going to have a huge toll on the marine and wildlife around the area, because if it's not subdued as within the next 3 to 8 hours, but I guess they're working hard to make sure that the leak does not continue, but at this point they're unsure exactly how long it will take to relieve the oil and to disperse the oil which is currently on the surface. So this is definitely a big crisis which has hit British BP and Shell. And so I'd love to hear some feedback. If you guys have any ideas of how BP can actually remedy the situation and stop the leak, I'd love to hear about it. And I'd like to ask a question to you all out there if you are watching. Don't you think that it would be a good idea for British Petroleum to actually have some kind of shutoff valve before the leak continues? I feel like this could have been avoided if there were precautionary measures taken ahead of time. So I'd love to hear feedback on that. If you or anybody that you know had been aboard the ship, I'd love to hear about that too. So leave feedback, and I'd love to hear your story. And until next time, this is Sam Griffin saying, I'll see you next time on the Griffin Report.